18 years ago today, the last time the 49ers were in the Super Bowl, taking on the Chargers in Miami, Steve Young threw a Super Bowl record 6 touchdowns, including 3 to Jerry Rice. Niners rolled San Diego to become the first franchise to win 5 Lombardi trophies. Rice finished with 149 yards on 10 catches. Meanwhile, Randy Moss still trying to get his ring. As for the other thing, here he was today.
You know, you talk about this and this. I think that this year has been a down year for me statistically. The year before I retired was a down year, and then in Oakland was a down year. So I don't really live on numbers. I really live on impact and what you're able to do out on that field. So I really do think that I'm the greatest receiver to ever play this game.
Over the course of his 20-year career, Jerry Rice amassed more than 1,500 catches, 22,000 receiving yards, 190 receiving touchdowns, all ridiculous league records. Moss, a 14-year veteran, miles behind Rice on the career leaderboards, also trails Rice in Super Bowls or Super Bowl rings, 3-0. So Randy had his say, entitled to his own opinion, no question, but then so too is our Jerry Rice.
You know, I was really surprised that Randy Moss made that comment, because how can you not bring stats in or how you impacted the game? I impacted the game by winning Super Bowls. So I'm sure Randy is still trying to win his first one, and I wish him the best. But I was very surprised that he said he's the best receiver to ever play the game. I leave that up to my fans to make that statement.
Well, we'll start with you, Chris. And you know, we talk about when elite quarterbacks, right? Eli comes out, he's elite. And like, well, what do you expect him to say? You got to have confidence in yourself. Now, you played with Randy Moss. Actually, you both played with Randy Moss. You played the same position on the same team at a very high level. Okay. What'd you make of his comments? GOAT, greatest of all time.
Well, in the last 30 years, Randy Moss is one of the great receivers. I would say he's in the top 5, probably in the top 3. Jerry Rice being #1, T.O., Randy Moss, those guys are in the category. But when you look at wide receivers, you got to look at what they do. Let's look at route running. Was Jerry Rice better than anybody at that? I would say yes. Let's say catching the football. Randy Moss might have slightly better hands than Jerry Rice. Let's say yards after the catch. Yards after the catch was created for Jerry Rice. That's the impact that he made on the National Football League. And let's say scoring ability. Randy Moss, best big play receiver in the history of the game, but the most explosive receiver in the history of the game is Jerry Rice. So when you look at categories up and down, you want to have intangibles as far as durability, big plays in big games. Jerry Rice, to me, is one of the top 5 greatest players on any position, let alone wide receiver.
Just football players. Yeah, Jerry Rice's numbers that you showed, they're undeniable. All right, Jerry Rice's work ethic is undeniable. How he approached practice, all right, how he was off-season training, everything. The fact that he was able to play, was it 20 years, the way that he took care of his body to have that type of longevity, and how he was looked to as an example by his teammates every single year on how to be a professional and how to get things done. Listen, I've seen Randy Moss do some things that I have never seen another receiver do. I mean, I've seen Tom Brady throw the ball up in the air and think to myself, there's no way he's getting that.
Right. Yes.
But he would get it, okay?
Yes.
And he was special in his own way, too. But Jerry Rice, it's just undeniable the greatness that he has.
Now, Randy Moss might be the best athlete that's ever played wide receiver. But when he started his pursuit in the National Football League, his goal was to rip up the National Football League. It wasn't like Jerry Rice. And Jerry Rice's focus and durability, that's what gives him a tremendous advantage over any wide receiver.
And look, in fairness to Randy, he did mention had a tough season. Stats weren't there, wasn't on the field a whole lot, didn't have as many opportunities. He did equal career lows in catches and touchdown catches. We'll see what he has to say.